All right, today we're talking about something that's, well, it's not just about adding things to our reality, it's about completely rewriting it. We're diving into generative augmented reality. So let's jump right in. So let's start with something you already know, even if you don't think you do. Augmented reality, or AR for short. It's been kind of sneaking into our lives for a while now, you know? I'm talking about those face filters on social media. The ones that give you puppy ears? That's AR. Or how about when you use an app to see if a new couch will fit in your living room? Yep, that's AR too. And of course, there's catching little monsters out in the park, or even just the simple arrows on your navigation app that look like they're painted on the road. All of that, that's the AR we know today. But here's the thing, that's just scratching the surface. All those examples, they're basically just sticking pre-made digital stuff on top of the real world. So, what if AR could do more? I mean, way more. What if it didn't just add things, but could actually rewrite reality right in front of your eyes? Okay, so to really get where this is all headed, we gotta look at where we are right now. And the best way to think about today's AR is, well, it's kind of like a really, really smart digital sticker. So what that means is traditional AR is all about composition. It takes something that's already been created, a 3D model of a sofa, a cartoon character, whatever, and it just layers it on top of what your camera sees. The big technical trick is just making sure that digital sticker stays in place as you and your phone move around. That's it. And don't get me wrong, that's super clever stuff. But this whole digital sticker thing has some serious limits. We're starting to bump up against the walls of what it can do. The cracks are definitely starting to show. This is exactly why AR can feel a bit, well, stiff, right? Every single object, every animation has to be painstakingly created by an artist beforehand. And every interaction is just a simple, pre-programmed rule. That's why AR has such a hard time with things that are messy and unpredictable, like flowing water or flickering fire. You can't just pre-program that kind of chaos. And the biggest problem, it has no idea how to adapt if something in the real world changes when it's not supposed to. Okay, so AR was kind of hitting a wall. But at the exact same time, a totally separate revolution was taking off. And this revolution, in a completely different field, turned out to be the key to smashing through that wall. And that revolution, it was generative AI. I'm talking about those incredible models that can create brand new video clips just from a text prompt. Think about that. Instead of just showing you something that already exists, these AIs could create something new from scratch. They were learning the fundamental rules of our world, physics, light, motion, just by watching tons and tons of video. So, what do you think happens when you take AR's ability to see the world and you mash it together with generative AI's ability to create the world? Well, you get something totally new, something we call Generative Augmented Reality, or GAR. Now, this is the key. You gotta get this part. GAR is not about layering stickers anymore. The new game is called World Resynthesis. It's a total paradigm shift. The AI looks at the real world, it understands what it's seeing, and then it literally regenerates the entire picture, but with your changes woven in so perfectly it looks real. And it does this for every single frame. So let's break that down. The difference is just massive. Traditional AR composes a scene. It takes piece A, the real world, and piece B, your 3D model, and sticks them together. GAR, on the other hand, resynthesizes the whole thing. It's one single, unified process. You don't need a separate system for tracking, another for rendering, another for physics. Nope. One giant, powerful AI model does the whole shebang. Just think about how clunky the old way is. First, the system has to see the world. Then it has to go look through its library of 3D stuff, figure out where to stick it, and then it has to draw everything and glue it all together on your screen. It's a lot of separate, complicated steps. Okay, now look at the GAR engine. It's beautiful in its simplicity. Step 1, sense the world and what you want to do. Step 2, generate the next frame. That's it. It's just 2 steps. All that messy complexity we just talked about, the AI handles it all, behind the scenes, almost like magic. And this simple, unified approach just unlocks so much cool stuff. You can throw away your library of 3D models. Just tell the AI what you want, and it'll create it. The performance is way more stable because it's doing the same amount of work every frame, no matter how crazy the scene gets. You can control it with your voice, your eyes, your hands. It's just more natural. And it can finally create those things that were impossible before, like making realistic water that actually flows around the real furniture in your room.
So that's the tech. But what does it actually feel like? What can you do with it? When reality itself just becomes a canvas for AI, what happens? Let's dive into some of the, well, frankly, mind-bending possibilities.
Okay, picture this. You're walking down a super crowded street trying to follow your map. Instead of just a blue line or an arrow, the GAR system actually understands the crowd. It could literally paint a path on the sidewalk that looks like it's parting the people in front of you. Or maybe it subtly makes the safest paving stones glow, all redrawn in real time so it just looks real.
Or what about a history class? Imagine you're standing in the ruins of the Roman Forum, but instead of just seeing a little 3D model pop up, the entire world around you just dissolves and regenerates as ancient Rome. The ruins rebuild themselves, the sky changes. And you could just ask, show me what this looked like right after the Great Fire, and boom, the world changes again, showing you a living, breathing version of that moment in history.
And let's bring it home. Literally, you could be sitting in your living room and just say, hey, make this place feel more cozy. And instantly, the AI could generate brand new paintings on your walls, maybe change the fabric on your sofa, and create these pools of soft, warm light on the floor that look completely real. All of it generated just for you in that moment. You see the pattern here, right? In every single area, we're making this huge leap. We're moving away from tools that just react to our clicks and towards partners that generate things with us. Education isn't about looking at a fixed model anymore. It's about lessons that adapt to you. Social media filters won't just be templates. You'll co-create them with an AI. And shopping won't be about trying on a virtual shirt. It'll be about an experience that actually gets your style and suggests things you love. What this all boils down to is a totally new relationship with our tech. We're leaving behind simple interaction, where you click a button and the computer does a thing. We're moving into an age of co-action. It's a true partnership where you and the AI are working together, side by side, to literally create and shape the reality you're experiencing. The folks who are on the cutting edge of this research have a beautiful way of putting it. They say augmentation stops being just an interface, something you look through. Instead, it becomes a mode of coexistence. It's a world where you and the machine are literally together, constructing what it even means to see. So in the end, GAR completely changes our definition of reality. It's no longer this fixed, static thing. It becomes fluid, dynamic, creative. It's like we're being handed a paintbrush that can repaint the world in real time. And that leaves us with one massive, incredible question. If our world really becomes a living canvas, what on earth are we going to create?